Hey guys, if you saw my last video, I kind of revealed that I had another one coming, and that it was another nutrition based book video because I've been really into these books lately, kind of self-care books, nutrition, diet, all that good stuff. So I have two here that I'm going to review. They're both by the same author. Her name is Julia Ross, and I was actually told about this first one, The Mood Cure, by my cousin. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for recommending this book because it's absolutely amazing. And I got it for Christmas. My mom got me it. And I read it because I suffer from anxiety really bad and ADHD, depression. So um, it's called The Mood Cure, and it really helped my cousin with her anxiety, so she recommended it to me as a way to kind of maybe help me with mine. So this is my review for all of you who also suffer from anxiety, depression, you know the struggle. And it really gave me a lot of insight into things I can do to help cope with all of my mental health ailments and improving my mental health. So in this Mood Cure book, she really talks a lot about how to take charge of your emotions. And what I liked about it was she gives you like why you're feeling this way and how you can use food and supplements to help you feel better. Like, you don't need to go on maybe psychiatric drugs. Like, you can cure these problems and you can really help yourself through eating the correct foods to get the correct nutrients, to get the correct supplements. So I found that the supplements that she recommended really helped me. I did try some of them out, and she talks a lot about different ailments as well, like thyroid and how it affects your brain, kind of how the gut affects your brain. Like, everything is so connective. So when one thing is out of whack, like, it's gonna affect your entire body. And I truly believe that as well, because as I'm in a gut healing process, healing my gut has also been helping me a lot with my anxiety and depression. And things like that. I mean, my ADHD, that's another story, but I'm telling you, everything that she says in this book is so helpful. And I can't recommend it enough, especially if you do deal with mental health illnesses on a daily basis. But she gives you like a supplement protocol depending on what your symptoms are, what your concern is, what your ailment is, and she gives you the supplements that are going to help that exact condition. She gives you coping mechanisms, like how to control these emotions. So she also has like a lot of recipes in the back, and other kind of support places that you can check out, like online. So I definitely recommend this one for any of you that have, mental illness or just having a really rough time right now. I think a lot of us are having a really rough time with what's going on. So this is definitely a good read to check out. But yeah, so basically, should I read the back? I'll read the back. So in the book, what you'll find is overcoming your depression, your anxiety, irritability, stress, oversensitivity, emotional eating, and so many other things as well. She talks a lot about the mood imbalances and creating a plan to target your symptoms, eliminate your insomnia and hormone-related moodiness, and as well as discovering other nutritional alternatives to the antidepressant drugs or whatever, if you don't want to take those. So definitely recommend this one. The other one by her is called The Diet Cure, and sorry, my nose is like running so much lately. I don't know why. And basically this talks a lot about like your food cravings and what they mean and how to nourish your body properly, because that's something like I'm really into, is healing myself through foods and different supplements. She also goes into supplements in this one as well. but basically how to control your mood swings and how it's all correlated. So it's pretty much a lot of the same stuff as in the mood cure, like the supplements you can take and all of that stuff. But she really goes into a lot about dieting and diets and how they don't work, and just don't do it. Just don't do it. Um, she debunks a lot of myths, and really explains a lot into why we need each macronutrient, like why you need protein, why you need fat, why you need carbs, and why, all these things combined affect your body, and how chronically under eating or dieting is not the way to go, because you're going to cause a lot more issues than you realize. So she has, supplements in here to help you with your cravings. If you're, say you are on a diet but you have like all these cravings and it leads to binge eating and all this other stuff, well, she explains, and she has supplements that you can take that will help you, and kind of how you can cope with this stuff. She basically calls it correcting your imbalances, because if that's happening, then there's something imbalanced in your body, and your body's telling you, like, listen, I need this, so you should eat it because this is what I need. So there's some imbalance going on if that's happening, so you want to correct the imbalance so that it stops happening. And that's what she really tries to go into a lot of depth into. She goes into, myths around the foods, around other things as well. And she talks about the vegetarian diet and kind of the risks involved with that. Like, I support any diet, and I was a vegetarian as well, and since I stopped being vegetarian, I really noticed a huge difference in my moods, in my body composition, in my energy levels, and how I feel every day. It was definitely hard at first to stop being vegetarian after being vegetarian for like so long, like 5 years. I still don't, like, I don't eat red meats or anything, but like I eat chicken, fish, eggs, like, and all that stuff has so many nutrients and vitamins that you need, and sometimes the vegetarian diet can really be lacking in those. If you want to be vegetarian, like she talks about, you really need to make sure you're supplementing correctly and that you're really eating everything you need to make up for it. Especially protein. Protein is so important, and not only just for, building muscle, but for so many other things. And she really goes into depth about that. And she goes into, emotional eating, and she talks a lot about amino acids, which I highly recommend you take, because those make a huge difference. Ever since I incorporated those, like, I have felt such a difference in my everything, in my whole life. But this is a really interesting read. It's called The Diet Cure, like I said before. You can get both these books on Amazon, but she debunks a lot of myths in here too, especially with, there's so many people on the internet just promoting all these different diets and just causing a lot of issues with like food fear, like creating food fears when we shouldn't be fearing it. You just eat to nourish yourself and eat what feels good for your body, and don't worry about if it's different from someone else. Or honestly, if you're someone who posts what I eat in a day, please just stop, because you're not helping anybody. And people might come at me for saying that, and I'm really sorry, but it drives me nuts when I see that stuff, because it's not helping anyone. No one really cares, and you're probably doing more harm than good, especially if that person suffers from an eating disorder or anything. Like, you don't know. Like, honestly, I hate that so much. But anyways, if you're struggling, she also has resources in these books for people you can reach out to, a plan you can take action. I highly recommend these two books by her. Again, I'll probably put them on my Amazon list, and you guys can get them from there. But even just for anybody, I think there's just really good life tips in here, just for managing your diet as we grow, and making sure we're nourishing ourselves properly to give our bodies exactly what they need. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm not going to be giving these two away like in my last video, just because I did really enjoy these and I want to keep, because it has like supplement lists in it and stuff. So but you guys can purchase these off Amazon. I'll link it in my bio or maybe down below. I highly recommend them, and we will talk soon. Thank you for listening.